What's going on, guys? I'm Rami from RQs Garage, and I recently had an awesome opportunity to go to Italy on vacation a couple months back. I was really excited about this trip. It's my first time ever in Europe, and I got to do a lot of things that were brand new to me. So in today's video, I'm going to see if it's really worth the hype flying first class in United to Rome. Let's check out the experience. All right, fam. So you are trying to have the most beautiful, pristine, delicious, phenomenal Italian vacation, and you're trying to get to Rome and you want to have a phenomenal trip. First things first, you're going to fly into the Rome International Airport. It is called the Leonardo da Vinci International Airport, or FCO, I think is the abbreviation. So how we did our trip was, I am from, as you all know, Akron, Ohio, but I currently live in Cleveland, the land. So we flew from Cleveland, Ohio to Rome. But some of these smaller airports don't have a direct flight to Rome. So whether you're in Cleveland, St. Louis, Grand Rapids, Michigan, you could be Pittsburgh, PA, all of these smaller regional airports are going to have to connect to a larger airport, which will then take you overseas because they got the bigger planes there. The 3 or 4 major airports are going to take you to Rome. In the greater east part of the US is going to be Chicago O'Hare, probably Philadelphia, JFK, maybe Atlanta, and then maybe Miami. Depends on where you are. We, with United, we went to Chicago O'Hare, and from Chicago, we flew nonstop all the way to Rome. So we're walking through the C terminal to go to our gate in Cleveland. Then the cool thing about getting a first class seat with an international flight is you get access to the lounges at that airline. We arrived at the Cleveland Hopkins United Lounge, which is epic. You enter the lounge and you see so much seating in front of a big TV. There's tons of space, it's super quiet, and there's free food everywhere. There's this gelato station that you can get gelato whenever you want and as much as you want. We were able to go to the buffet and get plenty of food. All drinks were included at the lounge. They just have light snacks and bites. But it was enough to fill you up so you're not super hungry. The seating's great, everyone's chill, great lighting, fire mood. I've never been in a lounge, so I really loved it. The bathroom was average, nothing super fancy. There's me giving you a peace sign. Got some of that awesome gelato. I think I got a sorbet because I was feeling myself. The drinks were plentiful, non-stop. The waiters and waitresses were great. Just great vibes all around, super chill, and it's really big. For as small as the Cleveland Hopkins Airport is, this United Lounge was a lot bigger than I thought. And of course, we get to see this little theater that they had. Had like 15 seats or so, and you're chilling, just getting to watch like a standard show or a movie, and feeling myself, of course, but I've never had this experience before, and I felt like I was a lounge person. Yeah, fresh, baby. We board the flight, and we're in a decent section. I think I got economy plus, or premium economy. The TV has tons of activities, a lot of movies, a lot of games. There's a USB type A for charging, and a jack for plugging in your headphones. And there's also Bluetooth, which is kind of cool. This is new on all these planes. But plenty of leg room, so that was really nice. I think about 5 or so inches of leg room in row 8. And there's a plug at the bottom, but also just great seating. I mean, better than I had expected, to be honest. You can never go wrong with the classic Barbie. Great movie, great vibes, super fun. Okay, so we land in Chicago O'Hare, and I think we landed somewhere like this B7 right here. The next video you'll see we're going under the tunnel right here with that really cool skywalk. And then we're going to enter the C terminal, which I believe is where all of the international flights depart. Now, if we click on this, we're going to see all of the lounges that you have with United. And what's really cool, it's right here between C18 and C18A. This is called the Polaris Lounge. And the Polaris Lounge is for first class ticketers only. You can go to the United Club. Let's say you have a United credit card. Maybe you want to pay for it for one time for like $60 for a visit or something like that. You can go to all of these United clubs, but the Polaris Lounge is strictly for first class members, and it's supposed to be a whole different experience from what I'm told. But let's not talk about it. Let's actually go experience it. About to witness the United Polaris Lounge. Stay tuned. This lounge is absolutely gorgeous. The Polaris symbol on the right-hand side, automatic doors to success, and a beautiful entrance and chandelier. And we jumped right into the food. There is a massive buffet, and I'm talking 15 different entrees, all warm with different ethnicities, different flavors, and it had incredible cuisine. The lounge ended up being pretty busy, so we sat at the bar, and the freaking bar top was lit up from marble. It was unbelievable. It was beautiful. It was incredible. Of course, we had to get some phenomenal champagne to celebrate this amazing occasion. We had so much food. They had like a shrimp scampi stir fry. They had some chicken, some prosciutto and rice, and some sliders. And they had fruit galore, and they had snacks everywhere. It was an experience. It was beautiful. It was something I've never, ever experienced in my life before. And the United Polaris Lounge was truly amazing. And they can make you all types of drinks. So I said, hey, let's try an espresso martini. And the homeboy made a shot of espresso, stirred it up, and a phenomenal display. He gave me a beautiful pour and an incredible martini, the best I ever had. Nothing's great like a bathroom check. So of course we go check out this bathroom. It's massive, it's huge, it's clean. There's incredible lighting. I was impressed with the freaking bathroom. And they have this really cool TheraBody hand wash and body lotion. And you'll see this brand across the theme of all the first classes for United. And what was really cool is all these little bathrooms on the right, they're private bathrooms, and there's a starlit ceiling going up to the bathroom, which was incredible. Overall, the United Polaris Lounge was incredible. It's truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience, in my opinion. I was just fortunate enough to get a first-class ticket to go to Europe. The seating was great. There's plenty of room. It's packed, don't get me wrong, but it was so cool. The design is elegant, and everything's free. Everything that you could eat or drink or order was all included with your first-class seat. And the first-class Polaris Lounge at Chicago was super cool. They had a lot more to the lounge, but our connection was so short that we only wanted to go in, freshen up, get a quick bite, and experience it, because who knows when we're going to have this experience ever again, if we ever do. So here on United's website, we can see the actual plane that we rode. So I rode on the Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner. At the seat map, there's 44 first class, 21 premium economy, and 253 regular economy. As you can see, regular economy is massive, going from row 30 all the way to 60. Premium economy, or they call it what? United Premium Plus, is from row 20 to 22. And the United Polaris Business is from rows 1 to 11. I was able to sit at row 4A, and my wife was in front of me at 3A. And you can see at 3A, the seat lies completely flat facing the cockpit of the airplane, while 4A is tilted slightly to the right, so you are facing the aisleway, which my videos show that. And that's kind of how they're able to jam-pack all these people, together. And same with the middle. So if you decide to fly with your wife, and I did, but we couldn't afford the middle seats, they weren't available. You can see in row 1, B and C, they're completely straight next to each other. But row 2, B and C, they're kind of angled against each other. And that's just for the geometry of how they organize the seats. Regardless, I was right here in 4A, my wife was 3A, and it was amazing. We were somewhere here at like 54, B and D or whatnot, but with time we were able to upgrade for extremely affordable prices to jump right up to first class. And although expensive, it was 100% worth it. And now it's time to board our flight. We are in gate C10, and what's really cool and something I didn't know is first class members have their own gate to first class. So right here is C10 as we're all walking in, and C10A is for economy and economy plus. Everyone else goes to the aircraft through C10A, but first class goes through C10. The entrance to first class, you get your own custom entrance getting into first class compared to regular economy. So this is pretty cool. What happens next is truly epic. We're walking in to the first class section, and lo and behold, here are the first class seats on this Boeing 787 Dreamliner. They're lie flat seats. There are plenty of space. But this was amazing. Here was my seat. I had seat 4A, and I was just ecstatic to see this. The coolest thing about first class, it comes with Saks Fifth Avenue, pillows, blankets, sheets, you name it. They try to make you as comfortable as possible. They had a own private menu for the Polaris class. They have all of the branding. I mean, it was, what, United, Saks Fifth. Of course, they're trying to be environmentally green. The pillow is super soft and super comfortable. It's got that Polaris symbol on it. Your Saks Fifth blanket can never go wrong with United branding. And of course, a full-on pillow to sleep on. And just in awe of this seat. I'm just trying to learn all the features as fast as possible because I wanted to show you guys how beautiful it was. While everyone's boarding and getting their luggage up in the caraway up top, we're just exploring and seeing what these seats have to offer. So we see the left of the seat, you have your own little personal mirror with a hook to put your headphones on. There's a nice little lampshade to the right. You can close that up to see the window and your windowsill. There's a nice little marble tabletop to put your stuff on. The remote, some plugs. It's just tons of space. It's really cool. And the seat controls blew me away. And first class has larger screens than economy. The configuration is a 1-2-1, and here's the two together. Whether they're couples or individuals, there's a screen between them, so you can easily segregate the person from the left to the right, or if you're a couple together, you can easily hang out. Now we were able to get the window seats just to give you an idea of what the space looks like. I'm about 6 foot, putting my feet out, and I still got plenty of space to hang.
Water or champagne?
Oh yes, thank you.
Water or champagne?
Here I am, super pumped after my champagne, feeling myself, of course. Super excited. I got a nice photo with my seat. Gives you an idea of the space you have. So every seat has that little table to the left, and the seat lies completely flat. Here's what it would look like for your leg room, and here's like my seat configuration. 4A, I'm kind of angled into the aisleway, while 3A is angled more straight, so they're trying to utilize that empty space from the left. Here's the seat itself. It does lie flat, like I mentioned. It has a car seat type buckle, so it actually goes over your chest. And here's all the blankets and pillows that they put on each seat. And I don't know if you can tell in the top right corner, there's a Dasani water for you, which is sick. Boom. Just like I said, Dasani available at my disposal. Which was cool. They offered some United over-the-ear headphones. They're not super great because I have my own Sonys, but the fact that they give you these nice headphones is just a nice win, right? It's something that they do. And the TV screens were pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't measure them, but they're a lot larger than economy. So every menu is pre-selected before the flight even happens, but it's just a nice thing to see what options there are in case you forgot or maybe you had a different idea. Everyone gets a salad and an appetizer, and everyone gets one entree, and of course a plethora of drinks and snacks to go. On the other side, they have all their wines from different parts of the world. They have reds, they have whites, rosés. Of course, they have the champagne, and they even have dessert wines, which is amazing. You know I had to put on the epic flight slippers from Saks Fifth, electric. Here's a photo of the seat controls. That slider on the left lets you lie down flat or brings you back up. They also have lower leg supports and some lumbar supports. And the two buttons at the far right, one is to turn on and off your lamp, and one's for night mode. Turning it on or off is for the TV. So all the different buttons you have that give you different adjustments for when you're sleeping, when you're lying down, and when you're getting up to eat. And just to give you an example, while you're sliding down, there's a little cubby for your feet to slide in. So you're flying flat at this point. And of course, I have to show you from my body's perspective that you literally go 180 degrees flat. I always love seeing the planes get lined up for takeoff. Here we are at O'Hare, getting ready for takeoff, and look at that line. And lo and behold, here we go. Another goodie that they give you at first class is this Therabody fanny pack filled with skincare. So literally, it's a Therabody partnered with United to give all these little accessories. You have an eye mask at the bottom right to a pen, and right above the pen, you have some super comfy socks. At the top, you have earplugs that they give you, a dental kit if you want to brush your teeth almost at arrival. There's some soft tissues to wash your face and your hands and give you like a little, one of those quick showers. And at the left, at TheraFace, that is anti-aging cream and some lotion that they literally give you just for being in first class. What an awesome little treat that they offer. There I go, putting on the United headphones, giving it a test run. Not the greatest, it's okay, but I'm going to stick to my nice Sonys that I got. Got some beautiful views in the sky, taking off over Lake Michigan as we head towards Italy. Very first thing they come around with are hot towels, United branded. Got to keep my hands nice and warm and clean because they come really quickly with your first set of drinks, baby. You know I had to go for the Buffalo Trace and Coke. I had a nice water and some bar nuts. What an awesome little experience, and they don't skimp out. They give you 2 little Buffalo Traces or Tito's or whatever you want. They gave my wife a glass of wine. They filled it to the brim with wine. They took care of us every step of the way. Super pumped about that. Cannot complain. Bathroom check. First class United on the 787 Dreamliner. It's small. It ain't the greatest. But you know what? It's pretty nice. It's clean. There's my slippers. You can't deny how fresh those are. And once again, you got some more Therabody hand cream. Got some Therabody hydrating moisture. And in the middle is some crease release on the go. That's sick. First things first, our romaine salad arrives with edamame, bell peppers, and carrots. And I think I got the chilled ginger beef, which came with arugula, tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, and some sesame dressing. We got a nice little piece of toast, a balsamic vinaigrette. Those little white and gray United balls are salt and pepper. Hilarious. You gotta love the little butter rose, and of course, some actual silverware. Next up, my hot meal arrives, literally piping hot. I didn't get a picture of the steam. I got the sheared beef short rib with garlic confit polenta cake, some charred cauliflower, cherry tomatoes, and some bolognese sauce. And it was actually so good. The short rib literally fell apart, and it was delicious. And for dessert, I had to get that harvest apple tart with a coffee. It was phenomenal. I could have gotten an ice cream. Lactose intolerant, can't do that. But absolutely loved the pie. After my fire meal, I decided to lay down, watch some Goodfellas, set the mood. I got my night lamp lit up. I'm all laid down completely flat, super satisfied. And I tell myself, it's time for the nap. So good night. And just like that, a nice 4-hour slumber, we awaken, and I decide to learn more about the remote control. And on the back is crazy. It's got a full-on keyboard and some knobs to play with. On the front is a standard TV remote. But the back tripped me up. I didn't notice this. It's got a full-on keyboard. It's got knobs to play video games with. And on the side, it has a credit card reader. And I think this is if you want to buy extra food or extra drinks or something that's not included. Not sure why you would need that. But we're waking up and breakfast is about to be served very soon. Just like that, my breakfast arrives, and I get the tomato and kale baked egg white pastry. It's a harvest chicken, apple sausage, and fire roasted red pepper sauce. I got some fruit, a croissant, my coffee, some jam, and some Chobani Greek yogurt. It is truly amazing. And once again, I didn't have a picture of it, but it's literal silverware used to eat your food with. We are soon arriving Italy, and the sunrise is absolutely stunning outside. All I can think of is how grateful I am to be on this massive airplane riding first class. As the final destination, I look at my seat, I take a photo of my seat and my wife's seat in front of me, and I'm forever grateful for what an incredible experience I was able to have. So, to recap, is it really worth flying first class from O'Hare to Rome with a 9.5, almost 10-hour flight Well, I think it depends on three things. Is it within your budget? How long is your flight? And what do you enjoy? So if it's worth your time and money and it's a value you believe it's worth, whatever budget you have in mind, and mind you, I'm a very price conscious flyer. I don't spend buku bucks because the luxury things matter to me. I found a great deal that I couldn't deny and I had to go for it. But if it's within your budget and you think it's acceptable, it's a great value and you get so much for the money. How long is your flight? I think is probably the most important one, because if you're flying 5 hours from JFK maybe to Ireland, is it really worth that extra bump in price for first class? I think the flight personally has to be at least 9 hours or so, really to utilize the benefits that first class has to offer, whether it's at the lounges, whether it's getting on the plane on and off early, whether it's lying flat and the food. I think that 9 hour mark is a good standard to compare. So you really get the bang for your buck on the first class seat. And what do you enjoy? Is saving that money from the first class seat and using it in the excursion at your destination worth it more? Do you have it within your budget? Do you not care and just want to get there? Economy works fine with you? It's dependent on every person. And if you are an avid traveler, it could be worth it, but it all depends on your need. What do you guys think? Is it worth the extra couple grand to upgrade or a couple 100,000 points? Or do you think first class is an absolute scam? It has nothing to do with getting you towards your destination. It's just another markup that the airline industry is just trying to make more money out of. But for me, it was worth every penny. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make. I had an absolute great time getting to travel and show you guys all the ins and outs of what first class on United looks like. If you learned anything, please hit me up in the comments below and let me know if there's something you saw first class you've never seen before. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments. Your feedback is so important for me. If this video was super fun and you kind of enjoyed it, consider giving me a thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button, because I have so much content in store to teach you guys and show you guys. If you enjoyed this video and you thought it was interesting, I will gladly do more videos like this. I loved reviewing and getting to experience the first class seat on United's 787 Dreamliner. I love airplanes. I love the industry. It's so fascinating for me. And that's just one small thing I'm trying to showcase on my YouTube channel this year. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Regardless, I'm Rami, and this is RQs Garage, and we'll see you on the next one.